Mm. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Starting a little early. Hope everybody's having a happy Tuesday. What you're looking at here, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I have new subscribers, and this might be new to you. So, with PICK-3, what I have here is all 1,000 numbers on this sheet of paper. All right, and like I always say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with the budget, play responsibly. These numbers not going anywhere in anybody's state. It's too profitable. That's why I say OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with the budget, and play responsibly. And PICK-3 is the only one that I invest in because these 1,000 numbers I can put on paper, and they're trackable, teachable, and they're doable. You don't have to guess at the numbers if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. PICK-3 is the only one we can do this on, and it has the best odds of all the lottery. It has better odds than PICK-4, PICK-5, and PICK-6. And those numbers are basically, to me, when you win in them, there's no way to track them. They're going to pretty much 99.9% going to be luck. But PICK-3 at a glance, working with the law average, you can put the ball in your court by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. The numbers are all random. There's no rhyme or reason, no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no root sum, and no multiple different rundowns or patterns going to tell you what number is coming the next day. What you have to do is use the law average to your advantage, tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And if you're tracking, like I always say, you'll be packing a lucky town. So I put together 4 strategies really to allow you to track everything about any number you wish to play and know why you're playing those numbers. Well, you're not guessing why you're playing the numbers. You'll actually know why you're playing the numbers. And that way you can build a strategy and a skill set to winning and not guessing the numbers. If you don't know why you're playing the number, don't play it. Because with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, there's no reason to be playing numbers and not know why you're playing the numbers. And stick with a budget and play responsibly. One thing you have to know, like I say, the numbers are random. But one thing with the PICK-3 and the 1,000 numbers, there's things that you can know and know why to play a number. So before you play any number, here's the things that you need to know. That's why I say we don't read a home and no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no root sums, no grids, no flips, no multiple different rundowns and workouts that you have to try to learn. Because it's a straightforward strategy of tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And here's what we look for when tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. All right. Say the number, let's say just picking 1, 2, 3. You always want to know why you would be playing is 1, 2, 3. You will always want to know when the front pair of the number and the back pair of the number fail. This 12 would be the front pair of the number, and the 23 would be the back pair of the number. You would always want to know when these fail. You're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You want to know when the front pair and the back pair fail. You would also want to know when the single pair, you got 1, 2, 3 of these numbers here, 1, 2, 3. You're going to have 3 different pairs. You're going to have a 12 pair. You're going to have a 13 pair. This actual number, see what I'm saying? That you can actually track and know how to use them to your advantage to winning. And you're going to know the 23 pair. All right? You got 3 separate numbers. You're going to have 3 separate pairs. This here is the front pair, back pair of the same number. Okay? Another thing you need to know is when the last time these digits fell, in what position. All right? You want to know last time the 1 fell on the front, the 2 fell in the middle, and the 3 fell on the end. This to winning. This is the winning keys I'm giving you guys. Okay? This works for all states, any state that use PICK-3. If they take it to the moon, the same principle will stand. You want to know when the 1 fell in front, 2 fell in the middle, and 3 falls on the end of this number. Okay? And all that's going to be in the workout sheet that I'm going to show you. You want to know the last time this number actually fell and how it fell. You will need to know the difference between you want to know the difference between singles, doubles, and triples. Okay? We just did the singles, which is just 1, 2, 3. The 1, 2, 3. That's why you don't need the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, because all that you're going to know when you do these tracking of the numbers. You know that this is a single. Singles got 3 different numbers, and they can come 6 different ways. That's any number with 3 different numbers in PICK-3. It can go as 1, 2, 3. It can go as 1, 3, 2. It can go as 2, 1, 3. And it can go as 2, 3, 1. And it can go as 3, 1, 2. And it can go as 3, 2, 1. That's all the different ways that this number can show up out of the 1,000 numbers. Good morning, Deborah. Morning, morning, everyone. These are 3 different ways out of the 1,000 numbers that they can come. That's called singles because you got 3 different numbers. Doubles, like a number like 1, 2, 2, can only come 3 different ways. This one here is 6 ways. Doubles come 3 ways. It can come as 1, 2, 2. It can come as 2, 1, 2. And it can come as 2, 2, 1. Out of those 1,000 numbers, that's your doubles. All right? Can y'all see that? Yeah, I think I'm in the right spot so you can see it. Now, and triples, like triple zeros, they can only come one way. No matter what position they change in, they're going to always be triple zeros, triple ones, triple twos, triple threes, triple fours, triple fives, all the way down to triple nines. Okay. And these here are called like combinations because they can come 6 different ways. These here the same way. They can come 3 different ways, but triples can only come one way. I went to a store one time and told him, give me a combination on triples, and the guy was polite. He didn't laugh at me. He just says, so you can't play triples combos because any way a triple comes, it's going to be the same. It's going to be straight. It's going to be exact. I said, oh, that makes sense. I just let him know how new I was. All right. So that's what they mean when they be saying, I want to play a box, play this number of box. That means any way these numbers come out, you win. A lot of people play straight box. So if this is the number you're actually playing and you box it, usually they play 50 cents straight, 50-cent box. And if you box it, any way this number comes, you'll win something. If it comes straight like this, you'll win the grand prize, the big prize. With some people, that's why they put 50 cents on it. But on the box, you win a smaller prize because it's easier to hit like that any way it comes. Same way with the doubles. You go straight on it, you'll get the grand prize. But if you when you box it, any way it comes out of these 3 ways, you win. And triples can only come one way. You can't box it or combo it or anything with it. So you have to know that. All right. That's why tracking an actual 1,000 numbers is imperative. Now, the numbers, again, are random. There's no rhyme or reason how these 1,000 numbers going to come out. Ain't no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no algorithm, no nothing going to tell you how these 1,000 numbers going to come out. That's why you have to track to see what they're actually doing. Reason being, out of these 1,000 numbers, you got 365 days out of a year that you're going to be able to get out of these 1,000 numbers. Okay? So that means that you're going to only get a third of these 1,000 numbers every year. And all of them going to be rotating. And if you're not keeping up how they're rotating, it's going to be difficult to win. I don't know how long it's been since anybody won, but if you've been playing and like me, you'll know how long it can take to win. Each year, you're only going to get a third. You'll get this third of the numbers to come exact, then this third of the numbers to come exact, and then this third of the 1,000 to come exact. That's why for all these numbers to rotate out, it takes up to 3 years. That's why you have to be able to, PICK-3 is the only one you can actually track. 10,000 numbers with PICK-4, you can't track them. Pick 100,000, you can't track them. That's why I don't invest in those games. I only invest in PICK-3 because I can track and see what's going on with all these exact 1,000 numbers every year and how I would play them. Now, when these numbers this year don't come in, I start looking for the other numbers that haven't came in the following year and the following year after that. That way, it's trying to start over all the time with a new year with the 1,000 numbers. You're starting from scratch all the time. But I realized as I was tracking these numbers, what I did, tracking the numbers, I went back to see how long it would take for me to mark off all these 1,000 numbers for the 3 years back, and it took about 3 years. I went back. So that's how I know what's going on with the numbers. I'm never guessing what's going on with these numbers. And it took about 3 years for all me to mark off all these numbers being exact. So I found out that what numbers that didn't hit the previous year when you start, they show up the next year and the year after that. That's why you got to roll with the numbers and know what they're doing. If not, you're going to be playing from scratch each time. Like in Illinois, I know all the numbers that haven't played up to December. Those are my numbers of my bucket list. And congratulations to everybody at that 268. That's on my list to play for Illinois. If you've been following me, so you know people hit that 268. And then we hit it on the first of the the end of the of October. It was the very last day. It came exactly like that. It helps you to remember and organize in your head what's going on with the numbers for you to win instead of just getting numbers from everywhere else and have no idea what's going on with them. Never play a number unless you know why you playing it and what's going on with the number. And stick with a budget. Now, like I say, you have to set yourself up to be organized. Okay? Like, I'll show you a little bit. Like my calendar here is, I've got me a calendar where I can track all the numbers and go to it right away and find the numbers. Like that. Here, I organize those 1,000 numbers that I just showed you. I made 22 columns out of those 1,000 numbers. I organized them. So whenever a number come in on the singles, they can come 6 different ways. I can find it on these 12 columns and mark it off and know when the number hit off of what column, how long it's been since the numbers hit off the column, how long it's been since even the column hit. So I'm not having to worry about all the 1,000 numbers. I'm just worried about specific numbers by watching the columns and what they're doing to pick my numbers, to narrow the numbers down that I'm going to play and how I'm going to play them off the column because I know what's going on with them. This is one of my workout sheets. I got the singles here that I can track at a glance. That's why I call it PICK-3 at a glance. And that's 12 of them. And the doubles only have 10. When the double come in, here's all the doubles I got organized on the workout sheet. Right here. I know when all the doubles come in, mark them off the columns. By actually tracking the numbers, I know that doubles take a whole lot longer to hit than the singles. You're not guessing into the work. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Thank you. You don't have to guess. You're going to see what's going on the columns as you track the numbers and narrowing down the numbers and building a bucket list of the numbers you're going to play that haven't came in working with the law average. So that's on the doubles. Then here, and that's strategy 1, being organized on those 22 numbers. Then here, I made this triangle of tracking the actual pairs. And we're going to go through all this. I'm going to show you how I use it. Tracking the actual single pairs. Remember I told you need to know about the single pairs? This is what I use to track the single pairs and know at the end of each month what single pair hasn't played and how I would possibly use it. Because I'm tracking everything every day all year. Same here. Strategy number 3. Remember I was telling you about the single digits, knowing the last time a number fell on the front, in the middle, and the back. Front, middle, back. You need to know that to win. You need to know that to organize these numbers so you can hit them straight. Instead of just playing a bunch of random numbers off of rundowns, tic-tac-toes, grids, flipping, and mirrors numbers that you don't know nothing about. It's going to be a cakewalk once you get it together and track of these numbers. Okay? And the same way with the front pair and the back pair. Remember I was telling you to know when you got your front pair and the back pair. I track the front. Even if you can't play some, I can play all this in Illinois. If you can't play, it's imperative that you know it so you know how to use it. Because the numbers will still work with the law average no matter what, whether you can play them or not. Same here. See how I got these? I took 2 sheets. I always wanted to know wanted to figure out what was going on with the front pair and the back pair. Because everything I'm showing you now, all the workouts and tic-tac-toes and date sums and grids on that is not going to organize these numbers where you can make sense out of them. So here, I took the front pair and the back pair of the number, like that 1, 2, 3 I was showing you. If the 12 come in on the front, I mark it off. And the 23 come on the back, I got it, I marked it off. And this is a yearly sheet. And at the end of the year, I know what numbers are left for me to play. And that's how I win. That's how I get in the winner's circle. That's how you get in the winner's circle. You have to know what numbers are left for you to play. And Illinois is doing real well because they don't have that many left. That's how I know what numbers to put up. And people's been hitting out of the numbers that I put up for Illinois and winning. And it's not a whole lot of numbers because the law average works. Let me just show you something right quick. These are the Illinois, and I'm talking about evening draw. You can do the same thing for midday. This works for any draw, but you got to track your numbers. See here, we hit this 268 just Saturday on 7th, and we hit it on the last of the month of November. We hit this here. I just had called out the 340. All this is on my videos in my shorts. These is the rest of the numbers. See, it's not a whole lot to play for the rest of the year, and we've hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See that? And I ain't putting up a whole bunch of numbers. Not putting up a whole bunch of numbers. So now what I'm really looking at is that hasn't hit. See, this 1, 2, there's a 1, 2, 8, and the 6, 7, 3, the 0, 3, 7, and the 5, 8, 2. That's why I don't jump on and off my numbers because I have tracked them and I know working with the law average, they're going to show up. Then this column here, it came 799. It just hit. Okay, 799. I just showed tickets. I show some of my tickets when I win. I've been at this a long time, so I don't show everything I win. I just don't do that. But I show when I tell people what I tell you to play, I show those tickets that they did come in and that I did play and I did win. Because I'm not guessing these numbers. I know these numbers. And you will too, using a simple strategy with my PICK-3 glass system. The only one these here, I just posted to run these hot. These are hot because they ain't hit yet. I had all 3 of them. I had all 6 of them at first, but I knew one of these 2 was going to. Any one of these could have came. I knew they was coming. But now here, these are really hot because they haven't hit yet. And just okay. And they opposite numbers of each other. Some people call them mirrors, but I don't use the term mirrors because everybody uses mirrors and they use them in different terminologies and confuse everybody. Flips and mirrors and all those terminologies. All you have is opposite numbers. And ain't no flips and no mirrors and all that in PICK-3 glass. All you have is opposite numbers. Like this 137 is opposite number of this 682. When you get toward the end of the year, you'll find that most of the numbers in the opposite that haven't played will start coming in. That's what I mean by you start building strategy and skill set for your state. These numbers are not applicable to your state because your numbers are totally different from what Illinois' evening numbers are doing. So they wouldn't apply, but the principle applies. Okay? So that's what you're looking at here. And then the front pair and the back pair. I know whatever front pair, it ain't but 1, 2, 3, 4 front pairs that did not hit for the whole year. That's pretty good. Because I don't have to pick from a whole lot of numbers. Now I know if I got a number with a 7 or 1 and a 7 in it, I'm definitely going to play it on the front as 170. Or if I got a double that I'm playing with 88 in it, I'm definitely going to play it as 880. If I got a number with 37 in it, I'm definitely going to play it as 37, whatever that number combination is. Or a 50, I'm definitely going to play it with the 50 on the front. 550. I mean 500. That's imperative. That's powerful information to have when you're playing to win. Same thing here. Back pair. If I'm playing a number and there's only three of those left, which is powerful. Once you start tracking for yourself, you'll know how to use them. If I got a number with 2 2 in it, I'm definitely gonna play it as 022, or it's 39. I'm definitely gonna play it as 039, and it's 50. I'm definitely gonna play it as 050. If I'm playing like 500, I'm definitely gonna play the 500 because I know that's gonna be my number I'm playing, and I'm definitely gonna play it as 050. Okay, definitely gonna play it that way. These here Illinois evening draw, I look for all these to stay hot to the end. All this information, Illinois evening draw to the end of the month, and anything left here, I don't start over from scratch. I carry these all over to next year, so I don't have to start with a whole new list of numbers that I'm playing. I'm going to stick with these numbers because I know working with the law average, they're going to rotate into 2025. Now, see, all these doubles hit. All of them hit. Normally, sometimes you'll have one or two of these that won't show up within that whole year. But now all these doubles have hit. But I still have them because of the likelihood of them coming back. And that's what I mean by building a strategy and a skill set. So I'm going to show you how we go through this here, how we'll get in the winner circle. Starting with the 180 came in Illinois evening draw last night. And we're doing the 111 rundown on the 180. Okay? The 111 rundown on the 180. And that's going to be the only rundown you'll have to use with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. We're going to do the 1-1, they call it the 1-1-1 rundown. Now these rundowns, you can make this number out of any number of the 1,000 numbers to do a rundown on. And they do. They got the 123, they have the 317, they have the 369, they have the 777s, any of them. You can do on any of them to do a rundown to try to find the numbers that you want to play that you think gonna come in the next day. And it don't work like that. You gotta track these numbers. These numbers are random. You gotta track no pattern, no nothing. Gonna show you in my book what's coming the next day. And if somebody can prove me wrong, I'm willing to learn. Willing to learn. Okay. I've been doing this 30 years now. Okay. Okay. And what you're doing with the 1-1 rundown, you want to each of the winning numbers that came in. This is the winning numbers that came in. Numbers that came in. The daily number. And you're going to do the 1-1-1 rundown on it. You're going to do 1 to 1 is 2, 1 to 2 is 3, 1 to 3 is 4, 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9, 1 to 9 is 0 with 10, but you're not going to use the 1, you're just going to use the 0. You only use 0 in lottery math. And then 1 to 0 is 1. When you get the number at the bottom, you get top, you add it correctly. Same way here, you got 1 to 8, and you're going to count straight down. You're going to go 9. 1 to 9 is 0, 0. Then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same on the bottom, you get top, you add it correctly. Count straight down again. You got the 0 here. You're just going to count straight down from the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Okay. Now, what you're looking for when you do this, remember the 12 numbers I showed you? And the 12 columns are the doubles and the singles. We want to see what column this 180 is under. Are there these 12 numbers, which I call base numbers here? You can screenshot this right here. These are the base numbers that I put together to make the 12 columns. And you can do the 1-1 rundown on those 12 numbers and make the 12 columns just like I did on that number that came in, on these numbers here, just as I have them to make the master sheet. Okay? These are called the base numbers. All these base numbers have zeros in them. All of them. That's how you're going to find what column that 180 is in. And you see this 180 is actually one of the base numbers. It just shows as 018. So you have to look for that. Now, so we already know that the base number is 018 right here. When you go down, and we know it, but see, but you're going to have other numbers that's going to have zeros in them. But you'll memorize those 22 numbers easily. So you're just going to look for the base number. And you know it's not going to be the 302. You know it's not going to be the 079 because it's not the base number. It's going to be this 180, but it shows as 018 because it's just one of the 6 ways that this number can come. You're going to go to the column with the 018, with the 018 right here, and you're going to circle it. Bam, you're done. Right there, you know what's going on with that number and what column it then fell off of. You ain't guessing what's going on with that number. You know what's going on with that number. Or any number that you mark off on these 12 columns here. Okay? So now you know that. You see, because when you do this 1-1 rundown and it's the base number, it won't be down here to look for. It's going to actually be up there because it's the base number. So as you do them different numbers, it won't be down in this rundown here if it's the base number that comes in. Now, that's done. Now, what was it we wanted to do? We wanted to see the pairs. You got 3 separate numbers here. There's 180. So you're going to have 3 separate pairs. All right? And those 3 separate pairs would be 10. It'd be 01. It'd be 01. It'd be 08. And it would be 18. 3 separate pairs, 3 separate numbers. That's why I had to put the triangle system together, because I wanted to know when the pairs fell and how they fell. So somehow I came up with this triangle. I was just fooling around. I read every book it is. I was kind of confident that I could come up something that nobody else had, that I could track the pairs with at a glance and know that I had the pairs and would be able to mark them all off throughout the month. So just like I told you, you look for the 01, you circle it. You look for the 08, you circle it to see that it hasn't came in for the month. And you look for the 18 to see that it hasn't came in for the month. See that? Bam, you're done. And now you, at the end of the month, whatever the pairs are left, you're going to probably underline them, whatever is you're going to highlight it, color it. You want to know what pairs did not fall So you can carry them over into the next month to use them and see the law averages start picking up those numbers that it didn't pick up the previous month. Okay? And you can use that to your advantage. Just like here. I have the double zero underline, I have the 33 underline, I have the 66 underline, I have the 18 underline. I mean the 88 underline. I know that it's been more than 30 days since these numbers came out, or 60 days, or 90 days. These numbers, doubles can take 60 to 90 days to come out. That's why I'm saying jumping on and off all these numbers and not knowing why you jumping on and off of them, you're playing a loser's game. I know I'm playing triple eights, and I posted that up just the other day that they're hot. Reason being, I know that the eight front ain't failed, but once in January of this year on the back end. I think it's 288 fell around the last week of January, the 30th, I believe. Um, and then I know that the AA front, remember I showed you all that the AA front ain't failed at all. This double pair ain't failed at all for the whole year. Now that's the kind of stuff I look for when I'm looking at the playing triples. Also, what I'm looking at too is that the 8 pair itself, like we marked off here, like we doing, ain't failed since July. Ain't failed since July. That's when I look to play my triples. I know if that front ain't failed on the back and that back, it ain't failed on the front but once and on the back at all. And I know that the double 8 pair ain't failed in almost 4 months. Let's see, July, August, September, October, November, going on 5 months. I know that's a pseudo for pretty much triple eights to me. Not saying the numbers are random, remember, but I do win when I play it that way. Okay, you'll see that how it falls out. I did the same thing in Missouri. Triple H was pretty doing much the same thing and tell everybody to play them. And I showed the winning tickets of hitting the Triple Eights. And a lot of people won also. But this is what you're looking for to build your strategy and a skill set for your state. The same scenario could be in your state, but it could be with the double sevens. It could be with the double threes, where the front number and the double number ain't failed, but the first of the year and the front ain't failed at all. That's what I mean building a strategy and a skill set. So eights are hot in Illinois in my book, on my sheet. But I know why I'm playing them. But I don't try to play all those triples to hit them because they're the least ones to hit and the hardest to hit. But you want to know, like, if any of these pairs ain't hit in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or 120. I had 38s in Missouri not to hit. 38 pair not hit for 120 odd days. But when it did show up, I hit it because I knew that the 338 and the 883 pair hadn't failed for the whole year. So I said, oh, well, hey, those two got the road. And the 338 came out. See, that's what I mean by building a strategy and skill set. 128 days. So if you play in any number in Missouri at that time with a 38 in it, was now in sight for 128 days. That's what I mean when you start tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You'll see things that you'll never see with those tic-tac-toes, rundowns, and grips and date subs and root subs. You just ain't gonna see it to play it and to win. Okay? Because the numbers are random in your state and you got to follow the actual numbers. Same here. Single digits. The 180. So I want to know, now I'm going to do mark off the 180. I'll mark the 1 on the front, first time it fell for the month. The 8 is second time it fell in the middle. And the 0 on the end, first time it hit for the month. All right? Same thing here. Anything that did not fall for last month, I put an underline under it and I brought it over to December so I can have my eye on it. The reason being, I want to know how to use those numbers when I'm playing. Like here, let me show you something. I'm going to mark on this sheet here. Say I'm playing 1, 2, 3 again, because I'm going to use that as a simple number. Yes, people play that as a regular number to play too. But I don't play numbers like I say. I only play them when I see a reason to play them. 1, 2, 3 is a popular. People like to play in 6, 7, 8. But say I'm playing 1, 2, 3, and I'm tracking, and I realize this 2 didn't fall in the middle the previous month, and I'm playing 1, 2, 3 as my daily carry, which I do have daily carry numbers. I'm gonna definitely make sure I play it as 2 or 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3, 1, because that's how I hit straight. I know where to place those numbers. It's important that you know how to place your numbers to win. Number placement. So if you know where a position that the number didn't play in, and you playing a number with that number in it, you want to make sure that you play it this away. You want to make sure that you play it this way. Because 9 out of 10 working with law average is going to come in one of these ways. I play this straight box, if that's my number here. And then I'll play these 50 straight. Like that. Rather than try to play a bunch of money combo in it. Because here I'm only spending $2. And 9 out of 10 is going to come in this way. And if it don't come in this way, and this 1, 2, 3 is my straight box, then I'm going to load up on this 1, 2, 3, especially if it's got 2 of my numbers in it. I'm going to load up on 1, 2, 3 because that's my daily carry number. I load up on my daily carry numbers when I hit. Reason being, Missouri again, tracking. This, using this, strategy number 3, the whole 2 months. No number came with a 7 in it in 2 months. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you be looking at. No number came with 7s in it for 2 months. Who would have thunk it? I thought I was tripping or something. I said, nah, I know I missed a 7 somewhere. When I seen that, I picked up those 777s. Because I say no number with 2 7s in it. I played 7, 7 front, 7, 7 back, and I ran and I wheeled the 7s all the way down. You wheel your numbers, you wheel your pairs. Whenever you know it's 2 numbers that didn't hit, you want to wheel the pairs. I'm going to do it over here. You want to wheel your single pairs. 7. That's how you win. 770, 771, 772, 773, 774, 775, 776, 777s, 778, 779. That's what I mean by building strategy and skill set. So what happens if the 777s don't come in and one of these come in here like this, 50 bucks or however you play it. In Missouri, 50 bucks is $100. That'll give me money to carry and reinvest in here. I'll still play this again because I know them 7s ain't hit for 2 months with no number. But I'll load up on 777s because that's my hot number. I'm going to load up on that. Especially if I know when the front pair and the back pair of them 7s and fail. Or how long it's been since pairs of 7s fail at all. And 9 out of 10, I already know that it was 2 months didn't no 7 pairs of 7 fall. Oh, you know. That's how you win. That's how you track. That's how you track the actual 1,000 numbers. That's something you'll see that you'll never see no other way. Okay? And again, strategy number 4, front pair, back pair. Is 1, a 0, These numbers on the top are the same, top and bottom. These numbers the same, top and bottom. Okay? So we're going to circle look for the 18. Okay? It came in this year already, so I'll just put a mark by it. I just mainly want to make sure I know what came in and what hasn't. Okay? And the 80 on the back year. And see that it came in once already, but I just mark it off. See that? And this is my yearly sheet. And that's how I know what front pairs and back pairs have filled. And like I say, I know how many came and how many didn't. Okay. And bam, you're done. Bam, you're done. I ain't wild to explain it, but you can see once you do the 1-1 rundown, find the base number, find what column it come in. Pretty much this is what you're going to go through. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to find your base number. You're going to mark it off. Bam, you're done. You're going to do your pairs. Line them up. Bam, you're done. You're going to do it here. Mark it off. Bam, you're done. Do the front pair and back pair sheet. Bam, you're done. You know everything it is to know about that number and them numbers. Okay. Man, I don't know if I'm getting hot or what. I'm coughing a little bit. And then here, there's something going on with this weather. This weather has got, what's the name? Sinuses. Okay. And then here, if you would play it, if 112 come in, there's only two numbers, so you're going to have two separate pairs. 1, 1, 2, it'd be the 11th and the 12th. Excuse me, I'm going to get some water. What? Ooh. Now give me some water and drink in here. Give me a minute. Okay. I drank a little water. Hopefully that cleared up. Okay. You mark off the 11 and the 12. And if a triple come in, you want to make sure you mark off the double, even though it was a triple, like the triple zeros. If they were to come in, I just circle the double zeros on that double. Now, the only thing you have to know about is how the numbers are opposite each other. And I'll show you that. Right here. Let's see. Let me see. Maybe I'll just. Yeah, I might do another sheet of paper. I'm gonna do that 111 and the 180 again and run it right down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Now, what we have here, we want to show how numbers are opposite each other. And they call them mirrors, so you might hear, but they interchange mirrors. That's why on here I don't want to confuse anybody. I'll be saying opposite numbers on this channel. That's all you're going to really need to work with. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we do to get the bottom numbers down here, we add a plus 5 to any single number. So you add plus 5 to 0, you get 5. Plus 5 to 1, you get 6. Plus 5 to 2, you get 7. Plus 5 to 3, you're going to get 8. And plus 5 to 4, you get the 9. So basically what this is like you take the 1,000 numbers, divide them in half. You got the top of the 1,000 numbers on top and the bottom of the 1,000 numbers on the bottom. Like triple zeros would be triple zeros to 499 is the top of the 1,000. 500 to 999 is the bottom of the 100. Okay? Now, so what you're going to say is that 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 is just opposite of 4. Okay? So say you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. And that happens because there's only 1,000 numbers, so you will run into the numbers being opposite of each other a lot of times. So that's 5, 6, 7. Same thing. 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0. 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1. 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. Same number. Vice versa. If you played this, they played that. They just played your opposite number. Say you played, same thing. Say let's play, you played the bottom, 7, 8, 9. And the lottery played 2, 3, 4. All they did is play the opposite. You played 7, 8, 9, they played 2, 3, 4. Or you played 2, 3, 4, and they played 7, 8, 9. Or any of the 6 ways that these numbers could come. It'd be the same number. Okay? Or you played a double, let's say 7, 5, 7. And the lottery played 2, 0, 2. They just played the opposite double of what you was playing. Okay? Because 5 is 0, 0 is opposite 5, 7 opposite 2, 2 opposite 7. Same number, just opposite. Or if you play triple zeros and the lottery played triple fives. Same thing. 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0. Or if you play triple five, they play. All this happens if you track and you'll see it. And what makes PICK-3 at a glance so powerful, all these numbers are opposite each other. That's why I use the 1-1-1 rundown, because it's easy to comprehend and it's easy to do the rundown on. Like this 180, the opposite number of it, if you can, you'll know it's 6, 6, 3, 5. Here it is right here. This 291, the opposite of it is 7, 4, 6. There it is right there. This 302, the opposite of it is 8, 5, 7. There it is right there. Exact opposite. This 413, the exact opposite of it is 968. 968. This 579, the exact opposite of it is 079. Okay? You got your top and your bottom. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the top half. And that's why I use the PICK-3 at a glance. Because anytime you use this 1-1-1 rundown, this is exactly what you're going to get. Okay? And the reason why that's so powerful to winning and getting in the winner's circle every last one of these columns, all 12 of them do the same exact thing. Every last one of them. I just showed you with the 018, right? Same numbers, they're just in different order because these are all in numerical order going from the smallest to the largest number. Okay? So each one of these columns do the same thing. You always want to know what number and its opposite has fallen or has not fallen. You always want to know that because you can track these columns here, and one of these columns might not hit for 90 days. And you want to be aware of that. And working with the law average, depending on what's in fallen, one of those numbers will fall. Let's say this 129 and its opposite, 129 and its opposite, 674, ain't failed in 90 days, almost a third, a fourth of the year. 9 out of 10, one of those two gonna fall. But usually it's 90 days out. I'm playing the whole column, 50-cent box. And the ones that haven't came out yet, if anything, they play anything off that column, then I'm loading up on the ones that hadn't come out yet because no average 9 out of 10, one of those is going to come out. If it's between those two, or it could be between four of them. I always got my eye on the prize. Okay? uh, I played once 996 441, yeah, and 946 came out. 946 came out. Okay. That, like I said, that happens. But if you know why you played your 996 and your 416, Frenchie Kelly Frenchie, welcome with us. Be glad you're with us. Then that won't throw you off because the numbers are random. There's now no rhyme or reason of how the number's going to come out. But if you know, say, for instance, on your 99, that's 99. My eyes kind of getting me. If you know, for instance, your 996 hadn't played, and the opposite hasn't played, that's good. Stay on that number. Don't let that 946 throw you off. Don't let that throw you off. See, I know why I'm playing all my numbers. So when a number comes out that's close to something, I stay on my number because my number's coming. I know why I'm playing it. Or if I see that the 99, if I see that the 996 and the 669 and that 441 and that 114 ain't fail all year together like that, I'm definitely staying on them numbers. See what I mean by knowing what's going on with your numbers? Even if that 946 comes, that's fine. Let it come. Because it ain't the one I'm looking for. Because I ain't did no research on it, no data on it, information. See, that's what you want to look at. Let me see if I can show you something here too. Let me show you one of my sheets. Show you a sheet that I put together here recently, pretty much for the doubles, and it's a good sheet for doubles. Even though the doubles is in the strategy number 1, like these doubles here. Let me get this other sheet here to make it easy for me to keep up with that throughout the year. Let me see here. Okay. See all these doubles, but they all in a column. So what I said, when I look at the sheet, I wanted to be able to pull stuff out right away that I can use. And like I just told you about, yeah, that's the opposite number, Mary. What I did, but all those opposites in the column so you can see it. What I did here, I took the doubles and I put them in a category where they're all numbers and the opposite are together. And I keep this sheet up too, but it's organized. Like the 404, remember I was telling you about that 114, the numbers you were talking about? See here? Now, I know that the 9 in Illinois so far, the 996 and the 441 ain't played all year. So if I was playing that number, it wouldn't throw me off. I'd keep playing those pretty much. Uh, but what I really look for, yeah, well, I do look for the opposites. That's what I would stay on if I have a reason to stay on it. But all these numbers are the sets and they're opposites. Like this 112 and this 221. The opposite of it is the 667 and 776. That's how I lined up this 224 and this 442, this 779 and 997. I knew they hadn't hit all year. I knew working with the law average they had to come because I track all year. I know what's going on with these numbers. Now you'll be narrowing the bucket list of numbers down to play. So that's why you stay on your numbers, not jumping on and off of them, because you know why you're playing them. This here too. We just hit this because I knew this hadn't failed all year. The set and its opposite. I grouped them. I grouped them all together. So on the doubles for the year, I know what sets and its opposite and what numbers didn't play, along with the one that I do that's got 10 coming down. But that was cool. I was working with that, but I said I want to make it a little bit better where I can see that the numbers and the opposites didn't fall. So I grouped them. So at a glance, I would know what numbers in their opposite set didn't fall with them. And that improved my game greatly. Same here. 440 is the only thing fell off here. And I hit that because I knew that this 044, this 440, and this 550, I'm sorry, this 404, 440, 559, 995 didn't hit at all last in 2023 in Illinois. I knew it hadn't hit. So this was one of my daily carry. Every chance I got a chance to play it, I played these. Matter of fact, I played them when I went out of town and the 044 came in and I won. Because I could play it in advance. I played it in advance because I knew I wasn't going to be in town to play them. That's how you build your strategy and your skill sets, because you know why you're playing your numbers and you won't jump on and off of them like that. But yeah, you can screenshot that, or you can get them. I can send them to you in PDF, and you can print out as many as you like. $25 for the sheets printed out. Print them out, and then make sheets for each month going into 2025. You want to make a sheet for each month, and then you want to make an annual sheet. One of the sheets you want to make annually. See, I track annually too. Let's see here. When I came over to Illinois, I came over here in June, I believe. June it was, because I had eye surgery. I've been over with my daughter. And I had to go back and collect the data of what had failed on my sheets. So what I did, I went back and eliminated all the numbers came in from June up to July. From January up to June and July. And whatever was left is the numbers I took out to start playing, working with the law average. See, that's what you got to do. Teamwork makes the dream work. You all will have to go back to January and eliminate the numbers in your state that came out already, so you'll know what numbers best left to play, working with the law average. You don't have to do strategy 2 and strategy 3 if you're just joining me. But I went back, when I put this sheet together, I went back 2 years and eliminated everything. And I was astounded what I found. That it works for one, but I didn't have to worry about, because I wasn't lost anymore. I always knew why I was playing my numbers and how to play them. Then you build a strategy to winning instead of guessing. And some will line up for you like those sevens didn't hit for 2 months, or 38 didn't hit for 120 days, or something to line up where you'll bang them pretty good, because it's going to the law average going to line up with them. Um, what else we got here? And I did that for the strategy number one. I had to do that for the doubles and the singles. You got to go back, and then any of the numbers that are left for that year, you want to carry them over to 2025. Those are numbers you're going to look at, start playing. And once you go through that, you'll start seeing how these numbers actually fall and how long it takes for a column to hit. Because one of these columns hit could take 90 days. But that's cool. The thing is, the longer the number take, you watching them, I'm licking my chops when I get a column that got 90 days ain't hit, because I know how I'm gonna play them numbers. I ain't looking at trying to how to play all these numbers. All I gotta do is look at that column. It's only 10 numbers I have to look at on how to play. I'm cool. I don't care how long it takes, because I already narrowed it down to my bucket list of 10 numbers or so that I'm gonna play. So when I got a column I know ain't hit yet, then I'm gonna add that column to my bucket list too. After I win, I always got somewhere to go to pick up my numbers. Anybody got any questions? Don't be bashful. Believe me, you're not gonna ask a question I can't answer, and and it won't be no dumb question, because I'm sure all of us had to start somewhere, and to get you in the winner circle, I got to make sure that you know what you need to know. So if there's anything in the back of your head that you can't figure out, or you think you don't know, uh, feel free. I was slow in school. I had a lot of teachers helping me to get me through college and my socialist degree. So, and I got out of college and became a manager, and I've been in management and training people all my life. So, and believe me, all of us some point need help. I've had people went to college I had to help because something they didn't know. So, I mean, had big degrees. I had bosses that had big degrees, and I had to teach them. So, so it ain't a matter of ignorance. It's just a matter of not knowing. That's all I know. So I ain't scared to ask you nothing. If I don't know, I'm gonna ask it. So I think I covered everything. I think. Let me think. If there's anything else that I could explain better. But this will be a Q&A time. Well, all my grandkids went to school today, so that's why it's so peaceful and quiet. Because it seems like every time I get started on something, man, seems like they be reading my mind. They get loud. They could be quiet for a whole hour. As soon as I start to do something, start something online, they get loud as can be. I'm like, now, they getting the vibe that I need them to be quiet. But I love every minute of it. There's nothing like living with your grandkids and you. I mean, I got a house, but was in it by myself. But I'm telling you, you get lonely in them big old houses after you done retired and you done got everybody through college and school and everything, and you try not to be lonely, but I got a lot of friends, but heck, we all the same age. They all going to bed at 7. I think I stay up a little late than them. I go to bed at 8. So ain't no ripping and running and doing this and doing that no more. So I enjoy it. It's nice to be. I didn't think, I'd enjoy it as well as I do, because I'm contributing to their growth. But it's lovely to be at home with your grandkids. I think that's what we should shoot for now more than I think of it. raise your kids where when it's time for them to become your parent, you can move right on in with them, with the kids. Sell them big old houses and take that money and help the family grow better. Yeah, you don't need them big old houses. Ain't nothing. Everybody I know, I've been watching old folks. They always get rid of those big old houses because they get too much for them to take care of, and the kids probably ain't got time for to take care of it. So hopefully they ain't. My aunt, she was 94 years old. Her house uh, uh, tore down around her ears before she would get rid of it and do something. Matter of fact, she died in it. So and all this stuff don't mean a whole lot. Meaning more is what you leave behind with your loved ones and your friends and family, I think. Stuff don't mean nothing but stuff. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I hope everybody got it. So, like I always say, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you track it, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town. And tracking is king. I don't care what nobody say. Tracking is king.